So David, we I don't know if you remember last week we talked a lot about your feelings, how you were feeling low, and we mentioned the possibility of going to see a psychiatrist to get a medication to help you out at this time. We kind of wanted you to think about it. What are your thoughts now that you've had a week?
Yeah, I don't know. Um, I guess I go back and forth if I'm honest. Like part of me just I was talking to my family about it, and one of my brothers kind of mocked it, saying, it's for people that are really messed up and doesn't think I'm really messed up. And so I'm just getting different like views, or it's not something that, we're Christians and you know, God can do that work, not medication. So it's like I'm hearing some of that, and part of me like hears it and kind of agrees, and the other part, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of ambivalence about it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that people are weighing in from your family with different opinions, and their opinions are important to you.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. They are, but I also kind of don't agree with them. So I feel a tension between um, hearing what they have to say and kind of feeling bad about the idea of taking medication. Like it makes me kind of feel worse that I should take medication, but I also like I'm so tired of feeling this way. So I'm so kind of mixed right now. So I don't know.
I'm hearing the tiredness, and I'm hearing, is it fear that I'm hearing?
Hmm. I don't know. That's a good question. I guess what would I be afraid of? I guess be afraid of disappointing my family, maybe be afraid of feeling like a failure, maybe just like that's something that people with extreme problems take, and I can't handle it myself. So maybe there are some like internal questions that feel like they kind of weigh me down. So that, yeah, there might be some truth to that.
There's a lot going on here. You have some internal doubts. You've got family members weighing in. Um, would it be okay with you if we kind of weighed out what the negatives are and then what the positive are for taking a medication
Mhm.
like this? Actually, and we don't even know. We're
Sure.
going to go and
Yeah.
see. My recommendation, because I'm not a prescriber, is for you to go to see a psychiatrist and see what they think. So, what would the, I'm going to go ahead
Mhm.
and write this down if that's okay as we go, because it helps me to chart it out. Okay, so what are the negatives? We've already introduced some of them. Um,
Yeah, just feeling like a failure, and I think disappointing family, or my family has pretty strong opinions. Wondering if um I think I don't know enough about like the medication. Like, is it going to change my personality, or um
so you're
is it
concerned.
what kind of way is it going to alter my behavior?
Yeah, yeah. So you want, and I can give you a little bit more information, and obviously a psychiatrist can give you more. So concern, and just really quick, I don't mean to interrupt our process here, but it will not fundamentally change who you are. It, depending upon the type of medication, it will just help some of your brain chemistry to change so that you have more happy um, happy chemicals in your brain for a longer period of time generally. um
Hmm.
anyway, I'm going to keep going, but I
Well, what are the like what if I feel like those things, are there like I don't know, just I don't even know what the word is, but some kind of like symptoms that happen as a result of taking the medication? Like, is it going to mess up my appetite or,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, generally the first line of treatment, and I don't know that they will give you this, but generally it's called a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Um, and there are some side effects, and what that does is it's going to the serotonin isn't being reabsorbed, so it's staying in your brain longer. You may have some eating issues, you may have some weight gain, you may have some dry mouth.
Mm,
There are some side effects, that negative, and let's put that in the negative side effects.
mm,
Yeah. What else?
yeah.
What would be in the positive column for taking, let's just for argument's sake, maybe an SSRI or some other antidepressant?
Mm. Well, I think the positive could just be, could it help me? Could it take away some of how I'm feeling? These constant not sleeping well and waking up with just constant negative thoughts. I have no energy, so much fatigue, no motivation. Like, it's just hard. I can't climb my way out of it. So could this help me climb my way out? I mean, that would be huge.
Yeah, that would be a big deal. What I'm noticing is that the negatives, um, feeling like a failure, disappointing family, concerned about basically concerned about side effects, changing who you are a little bit about you, and also a lot about people you're in relationship with. The positives that we listed
Mm-hmm.
are reducing some of your symptomology, not sleeping well, having no energy, lacking motivation, all of that potentially could be alleviated. Um, Remember we did that PHQ-9, that little assessment, that self-assessment last week.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
was moderately severe. You're not very severe, but it's high enough.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that your depression is impacting your life. It's always your decision.
Mm-hmm.
You will get better with talk therapy. What we're doing is helping you. We're wondering if a little extra help could be needed at these beginning stages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I mean, I guess my question is like, why don't we try talk therapy for a while? Or maybe we have been doing that and it's just not working. Like, it sounds to me like we have been trying it, and so this is kind of the next step that could help. I'm also hearing like I can, not signing on the dotted line today, I could like learn more and find out more information about it. So it's not like this is really just a chance to learn more. And I guess that's the thing I'm feeling right now is maybe I'm still not quite sure, but I'm also wondering if maybe it's okay to learn more about it.
Well, how about, would it be all right with you? I have some information sheets that I can send you about different kinds of antidepressants. And they're just real basic sheets that you could look over and be like,
Mm.
this is what this does, just so you're armed, whether you go to the psychiatrist or not. So you have information. Because when we go on the web, there's a lot of information to kind of wade through. And
Yeah,
this could give you a starting point.
right. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. That would be helpful. Like trusted because I could just go Googling and then that's kind of tough to know what's true and not true. So um that would probably help is to get a little bit more. I know I'm even you saying that number 19, like I know I need help and I need something that can help stop this or at least reduce it because I just can't keep doing this the way I am and it's affecting my family and my work. And so I don't know, the more I'm hearing from you, it just sounds like I need to maybe keep getting a little bit more information because right now I'm feeling some of the, like you said, maybe some of the fear of it, but maybe continuing to learn more about it can help reduce some of my fear about it.
Yeah, I think so. I Knowledge is power. When we The unknown is always very scary.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
right.
and I do have another question for you. If you were going to,
Yeah.
now I'm a little older than you, so let's say that your doctor was going to put you on a cholesterol medication, right? I take a cholesterol medication at night. Would you get that okayed from your family? Would you run that by people first?
No,
Because
no. What's that?
Oh, and why would that be a no big deal thing for you?
Because I think it's okay. It's okay in my family. It's okay in society. But taking medication for your mental health doesn't feel like it has the same level of acceptance in society and definitely not in my family.
Yeah. And that's, in some ways, you're kind of a trailblazer in your family. I remember you sharing that you're the first person that has gone to counseling.
Hmm. Right.
We can look at that two ways. Some families see that as shameful. Some families see that as acknowledging the need,
Hmm.
you know? And I know that there's a lot of tension with you, with your family's opinions about counseling and medication. And I encourage you to really sort out how you feel about it,
Mm-hmm.
because it's your
Right.
body, it's your life.
Yeah, that's a good challenge.
Um, I'll tell you,
Yeah, that's a good challenge. Go ahead.
oh, you go and then I'll go.
No, I think that's probably right. And so I think it's probably worth like if you're willing to send me a little bit more information, I think it's a good call, like to learn more. And that includes just meeting with the psychiatrist. I can always say no, but that makes sense.
You can. And again, you would be the one taking the medication. Just because you go to the psychiatrist, even if you get a prescription, you may not choose to get it filled. If you would like, I can go ahead and I'd like to re-administer the PHQ-9 periodically in the process of talk therapy. And that'll give us some idea if your depression is lifting a little bit. It's nice to have numbers to look at as opposed to just the vague sense of how we feel.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's good.
I really appreciate your being open to talk about this and feel free to continue to ask me questions because I'm here to support you as you sort this out.
Okay. Thank you. That's helpful.